I'm not feeling the best. Yeah, dude, exactly. How about I chew it for you before you eat it? That's nasty. By the way, I don't know what this music is, so just don't ask questions. My problem is when it's not enough sleep, that's like 3 hours max. What a downer. Yes, of course. When your girlfriend that you thought you were going to propose to and become your wife gets abducted and murdered, you're just a downer when you're upset about it. Catching a murderer or punishing them won't bring back the dead. Yes, of course. Technically, that is true. This kid's special. Obviously special. He's the main character. This is literally what they do in this. If you've read this guy right here literally goes, "Hey, to activate my powers, I have to cut myself open." And so then he does. Oh no, I messed it up. Oh no, we gotta start again. Remind me not to do that ever again. Right here. The art looks really nice for that. Yeah, it is. Although, and when it came out, one of the chapters was messed up, and so you had to buy the volume to for him to fix it. Because I think they spend a lot of time trying to make it look good, and fix the backgrounds and stuff, and sometimes they didn't know how to manage their time correctly. Yes, because that's what children do when they see their whole family murdered in front of them. Stand up straight. They're, say, hey, when I turn 18, I'm doing the thing. The higher our number, the more powerful we are. I see, yes. And I am a Fabricant 100. Did he just say he was going to run away and then ran right back? I like the punch at least. And she took the eyes back. That's cool. Well, at least there's a goal, and I mean, I don't like the fact that, like, dude stood up and was like, hey, if you help me eliminate the rest of these, I'll give you my body. I mean, that's, like, a cool premise, but to see him, like, just stand up at the age of, like, 14 and say that while his whole family's murdered right there is kind of weird, but, I feel like this is fine. I feel like it had some spaghetti explaining, Germa explaining how at the beginning, but that's okay. Yeah, imagine having trauma. Just get over it, forehead. Just, as a child, sacrifice yourself and, make a split-second decision. A life-changing decision in about 3 seconds, and you'll be fine. You want the other character to be a psycho? Which one? The girl? Well, the girl's a fabricant, so she is a psycho. I mean, at the end, she literally says, we'll continue to eliminate him until the day my dream comes true, which is to steal his body. So she is crazy. I mean, the chance of them looking into his trauma or the fact that she's a crazy person, probably slim to none. When you could just be like, ooh, let's defeat monster number 13 and 14 and 15 and 16. And then let's maybe hint at a few things, and then let's keep defeating more monsters. Now, they'll talk about his family and why, like, they have eternal, not eternal youth, but like an extended longevity of life. And then they'll probably talk about why these fabricants were made. But, I don't see them, like, deeply exploring, like, hey, as a child, brain might have been a little bit messed up. Nah. Alright, don't ask me why Roboco is second. I don't know. Okay? I don't know why Roboco is ahead of One Piece. I didn't make this. It's not my fault. Oh no, I forgot to mark down where this was in the, on stream. I'm just gonna put, 14:45. Gotta remember to mark down where things are on the stream, so that way when I put it on YouTube, people don't have to spend 3 hours scrolling and can just find what they want. I like this Dragon Ball reference. Tao Pai Pai. Original Dragon Ball. Any Tao Pai Pai fans? You know what's cool about Tao Pai? When he takes that pillar and, like, he's gonna go chase down Goku, and he, like, breaks a pillar off and then throws it and then jumps on it and rides it like he's flying. Well, that was cool. Remember seeing that? And I was like, yeah, this guy, he's a beast. And now he's a cyborg. I don't like how an anime got announced, they broke the fourth wall, and then every chapter after, I feel like the last, like, 5 or 6 chapters have just been them just acknowledging the fact that there's the fourth wall and then just breaking it, and I absolutely hate that. Or the reads jump at midnight on Monday crowd, the broadcast starts now. I see. That would be like reading Jump when it comes out on Sunday. that becoming a thing now of the fourth. What do you mean? Like before, they very rarely mentioned like they would make reference to things, like real life things, right, and make jokes, but it wouldn't be like, hey, we have an anime and let's make some jokes about the fact that we have an anime and the fact that I have a Twitter and the fact that I have a TikTok. And you know, I don't know, it's become more apparent, I guess. They probably did it before and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, but now it's just like, I get that you have an anime, stop mentioning it. Either I care or I don't. Like, I get you want to promote your anime, but you're getting the cover next week, you're getting the lead color page, they're going to promote your show because the editor-in-chief loves your series. There's a new series, right, this week, and that's issue 1. Issue 2 for Weekly Shonen Jump is going to be me and Roboco. Not One Piece, not My Hero, not JJK, not Akane-banashi. It's me and Roboco. I don't know. Anytime I see them break the fourth wall now, and it's like 90% of the chapters them breaking the fourth wall, I'm just going to give it a yikes. That's crazy how much Roboco's gotten recently. I mean, I understand, like, why it gets the looks that it gets and why it's as popular as it is, and it's just, it just, because it's a kid's thing, right? And it gets a 5-minute anime. It's not like it's a 24-minute show. It's just a 5-minute show. It's not a big deal. But I don't know, whatever. Alright, so 22... Alright, One Piece time. Prepare to leave the ship behind. Uh-oh. They're gonna fly onto the island. And Kuma just left, so he's on his way. Or is this fight even going to be worth it? I mean, I'm still like confused as to if I'm pretty sure Luffy just beat the shit out of him in 2 minutes. But I mean, it's still cool. So, if I pack up my stuff, can I just come out to sea with you, Luffy? Sure, why not? Your head looks funny. Of course, yes. Any haters? Thought we were gonna get a cute crew member? No, we get Dr. Vegapunk. Yamato fans? In the mud. Well, they saw each other, so I wonder what's gonna happen now. I don't know why they don't take Bonnie with her, but, you know, I feel like Bonnie would have been cool to have on the crew, especially with how important she seems. But, you know, I guess not. I guess we'll just put her in the little lava phase above the clouds, whatever that is. This was fine. I don't really think this was a good chapter. I don't really think it was... It's definitely not bad. But... I mean, it was just basically like, hey, the only possible conclusion here is that I get to join you on the boat, right, Luffy? And Luffy goes, sure, Mr. Vegapunk man. And then they're like, alright, well, let's leave. And then these two see each other. And it's like, hey, there's going to be a cool fight here. But realistically, I'm pretty sure Luffy just wipes the floor with him, so I don't really know. You know, we'll see. I mean, I don't think I'm missing anything like crazy from the chapter, but, you know. Alright, time for Sakamoto.
What did I just miss?
What did you just miss? You just missed One Piece, sir. Thank you for the sub, I appreciate it. And I even had to read Roboco, sir, and whatever this was. It's fine. I will remark down the timestamp here, and I will tell you what happened real quick. There's a little recap here, very quick. Vegapunk goes, "Hey, dude, I want energy to be available to people." And he goes, "That's neat. Let me pick my nose." And then he says, "That would stop war." And he goes, "Cool. Well, I'm not a hero." And then he goes, "Hey, so can I ride on the boat with you?" And then he goes, "Yeah, sure, you can ride on the boat with me." And so Vegapunk is now a crew member. And then he's going to take Bonnie and put her somewhere. And then these two see each other. The end. That's all that happened. Well, we'll see how the fight goes. I mean, he should beat the crap out of him in 2 seconds, but we'll see. Alright, now I can cover Sakamoto Days. I kind of like this shot right here. It's kind of cool. Nobody likes Animal Crossing music. Go to the next song. I've noticed this, but Sakamoto Days does this like a lot, where like even back to, if you think about like maybe the airplane and how they work from side to side, they always do this where they take good advantage of using 2 pages to work side to side. And then here, they work side to side. They always do a good job of like taking the fight and moving it from place to place. They don't just like have a fight and it suddenly becomes like a ring in the UFC and they try to stay in one spot. This was an alright fight. I think this was a fine chapter. I don't know if I'm going to give it a good because none of the dialogue was really any that good. I mean, it was a cool fight, right? Don't get me wrong, I like the fight. But none of the dialogue was important. So it was just like, hey, here's a fight chapter. And there's nothing wrong with this being okay, right? Was the fight really good? Yes. Was the fight important in any form or fashion? No. Was the dialogue important in any form or fashion? No. She screamed. She murdered her. Here's like, hey, she's pretty strong. We already know that. And she's singing a song. Not important. And all of this like this two different like sides of the coin where it's like deep down everybody wants to kill people and people have a right to a normal happy life. We shouldn't involve them in our world. Just two little sides of the coin that's like been discussed for the past 3 chapters. So if somebody was to say, well, they have an important dialogue right here, no, it's really not. It's just like, hey, put some dialogue down. I don't think it's important at all. It's not impactful, in my opinion. Did I save that? Yes. Alright, time for JJK. Was on break last week. He did the domain expansion, if you remember. He's got to survive for 10 seconds. Well, she couldn't survive long enough. Wait a minute. Based, she's still alive. Dude, look at her arm. And then he gets back up. That's cool. See, the thing that makes this chapter good versus what we just read, right, is that there's twists and turns in the fight. It's not just, hey, here's a cool fight, right? Like, they had a plan didn't work. Looks like she's done for. She gets back up. And then you have like a good twist here at the end of the fight. I think that all those things are cool, right? And it's not just because it's cool, it's because it's something that you don't see coming. Like, you could see it coming, but it's just a nice twist, right? There's no twist in the fight we just read from from Sakamoto. JJK has a twist. I think that's what sets it apart. Alright, Ichigoki, the other robot series. Let's see how chapter 2 works out. Sure, it won't be very good, but, you know, we gotta read. Alright, got a fart joke on the color page. Okay. I already hate it. Aw frick, aw heck, oh crap. (2x squared plus 3x minus 3 equals 0. Hmm. 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 (-3 plus or minus the square root of 33 over 4. Yes. Oh no. A bank robber has decided to come into the school. Uh-oh, she big mad. Better watch out. She big mad, boys. You know what? This is a nice little reference to a certain painting. But, other than that, You know, this chapter wasn't as bad as the first chapter. I mean, it's still kind of like Omega Lol, but you know, I'm fine with this. This wasn't terrible. This was meh, but it wasn't like awful, at least. Alright, blue box time? I feel like this was a good chapter. This made her character more likable, and they kind of had a friendship. And although they don't see relationships in kind of the same manner, they managed to find like some common ground. And I think that does a lot for her character, both of their characters actually. So I would say that this is actually a pretty good chapter. Now, if it was just them hanging out and that didn't have that ex-boyfriend show up, then I don't think this would have been as good. Alright, time for Ichinose's Family Sins. Alright, so talked about it last week, how I felt like I would have ripped that dude's earring out, and they wouldn't have bullied me anymore. And so he kind of stands up to the dude finally, and then they decide they're going to bully him, and then he could have just told him to stop bullying in general, but instead, he decided to pick on the bully, which was a surprise to me because I didn't see that coming. I like this song. Nice. He finally stood up and remembered their friendship. He kind of remembered something about himself, I think. It's going to sound a little bit like a nitpick, but I don't think that it was properly communicated very well, that he realized that, like, sometimes you have backstories, right? And it's not like the character is actively thinking about the backstory that's happening, right? It's just a backstory, so the reader has more of a feel about the situation that's going on. But I felt like here, the main character actively remembers the backstory, and that's important because he has amnesia. So it's important to communicate that he remembers this. And that's just a nitpick. It's not a huge gripe or anything, but I felt like that could have been communicated better. I don't know how to spell amnesia. It's AMNN. Okay. This was alright. I also didn't really like the emotions there, but it's kind of like it when the first like 3 chapters are super impactful and then this one doesn't, because it's you're remembering at the same time the main character is, it doesn't feel as impactful for me. It is for him because he didn't know. I didn't know, but I would assume. So it's it's a little bit different. Like I said, nothing wrong, just not like the best thing, I think. Alright, time for Mashle. Color page. Probably could have done a bit more with the color page itself, but I guess that's fine. Dude has a cool speech here. I like the speech. Super cliche, but that's what it is. Mashle's just cliche in a nutshell. And here's the main character. Finally shows up right when everybody's about to be murdered. As usual. Oh, dude, he gave him a Zenzu bean. I mean a cream puff. It's only half eaten, though. You can leave the rest to me. Look over his shoulder. Very cool. Listen, it's cliche. I'd like that's extremely cliche. Like, people like to flame Black Clover because it's just cliche, like 90s shonen type stuff. This is by far like just cliche 90s shonen stuff. And then they try to put comedy in here, and I think that makes it worse significantly. But still cool, right? I mean, it's been like 40 chapters since MASH has been here, so, you know, I don't want to give it a good. I don't think it's good, but I'll probably end up giving it a good just because, like, main character's finally back type stuff. Like I said, it probably doesn't deserve this good, but I feel like I would be shitting on it if I didn't say it was good. I mean, we've waited like 40 chapters for the main character to show back up, and he finally does, and he has a cool little moment here. So, I feel like if I didn't say that this was good, I would think that people would possibly go like, oh, he's just shitting on it because it's kind of cliche. So, you know, I'm not going to do that. Alright, time for Akane-banashi. Any France score updaters? I like this a lot. I feel like this does a good job shedding light on her master and his beliefs, and then what her talent is, and how she engages the audience. And she didn't even have to really tell the story for you to see that she's like a top tier character in this world. Which is kind of cool because normally you have to see some like type of feat, and it was just like, hey, this is her, and you just kind of see it from the audience's expression, which is the most important part of what the profession is about. So it does what it's supposed to in the correct form and fashion, which is good. Did I spell that? Yes. Just wanted to make sure. See, like, I think if she had sat up there and told a story and just enthralled the audience in a normal way, and we had to see the story and a depiction, and it was like they talked about her expressions are incredible. If I feel like I'm in the world of the story, like, that's a good thing, right? We've seen that from a lot of characters, so it's kind of hard to express like how much better she is than the normal people we've seen, because even Akane can, to an extent, show the story within the story, right? But it's more about like how she keeps the audience on the edge of her seat, blurs the lines between real and fake, and basically turns her audience into like just zombies that are ready to just listen on every single word. So it's like, it's important. They did a great job of showing why without her having to say something. Alright, time for Cipher Academy. Let's set aside the 50 billion Borg points for right now and start by being friends. So I thought they were going to try to lean on this person. Are they good? Are they bad? Who's right? Who's wrong? But they just kind of come out in this chapter and immediately go, hey, you are a warmonger. And, you know, it's no big deal. I'll just put a stop to 2 or 3 small wars, and then they'll fall for me. And then I'll become a warmonger, smiley face, and get the Borg points. Our first 5-star puzzle. And as usual, I'm lost because I'm not good at puzzles. Well, now they're screwed because they don't have the glasses. They're in trouble now. Probably, oh, I wonder what he's gonna do. At least it has me, like, I'm not really a fan of this thus far, but at least it kind of has me going, well, I want to see the next chapter. I don't think it's particularly good, but I don't think it's particularly bad either. I'm gonna give this an okay, but I kind of think it was kind of meh, if we're like being honest with each other. But I'm trying to be a little bit lenient. Because I don't want to like crap on it too soon, if that makes sense. Alright. Black Clover time. I thought that this was just going to be more training, right? But the fact that it's about him doubting himself, and that's why he's not able to perfect what he's been training, I think is great. And the fact that he looks to his rival friend and says maybe they could have protected him. That's literally what I thought in the back of my mind. That's just great. I think that this was a great chapter, although short, because it's not just training, right? I thought it was just going to be more training, but I was pleasantly surprised to find out that it's more about him just doubting himself. I have to make sure his name's Yuna. Yes. I'm bad with names, like totally bad with names. It's all the time that I'm never good with names. See, and people are in the comments kind of just talking about, wow, this fight's gonna be cool. Like, the main part of the chapter was the fact that he was doubting himself. That's super important. That's why those comments are like, I don't know, they're just fucking, I hate them. They're just hype machines, forehead. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Alright, on to Witch Watch. This feels like Metal Gear Solid. Are we sure that this person isn't watching the streams? Are we sure? Are we sure that this author isn't in the Discord? Are we sure that the Gintama assistant isn't secretly in the Discord? Because that's what it seems like, okay? Creed started streaming Metal Gear Solid 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? Suddenly Gintama assistant starts talking about Metal Gear Solid. I don't know, seems kind of weird to me. I just streaked past a confession with my willy waggling in the wind. Yes, of course. Okay, this is actually funny. He gets found out, right? And so he just decides to open his eyes and go, "Where am I? What year is it?" He's pretending to be a time traveler. Kind of meh, but you know what? The last bit was kind of funny. There was one page that I found funny, so I'll give it a meh. Having there be a long wait period between the cool, important, story-driven arc and then the fact that there was like, oh well, we have a month until it becomes important, and now we have to just see a character be naked in the library. You know what I mean? It hurts more than it helps, I think. Last week somebody replied, and they didn't even reply to the thread. They just added me in a tweet and said, "Hey, if you don't like Roboco, maybe you should stop reading it." Well, considering I'm reviewing the entire magazine, I can't really do that, sorry. If I was reading for fun, right? If I'm reading for fun, I'm reading One Piece, JJK, Akane-banashi, Black Clover, probably the Ichinose Family, Deadly Sins, Hunter x Hunter, and Undead Unluck and High School Family. I wouldn't be reading Elusive Samurai, wouldn't be reading P6, Tokyo Demon Bride, Yozakura, wouldn't be reading Gluna, Witch Watch, Cipher Academy, Mashle, Ichigo, wouldn't read Blue Box, probably wouldn't even read Sakamoto Days. But, you know, I'm reading the whole thing, so it's kind of, it is what it is. Alright, let's go to Luna. not really a fan of the color page. But I don't know. I'm sitting here trying to think, what could I have done better? And I don't know what you do better. Because you want to include both characters, right? But one of the characters is just a giant snowman. So he is just going to be a big giant white blob on the screen. So I really don't know what you could have done better. Maybe don't make her skin as pale white as that. I don't know. So a lot of people, myself included, were complaining about, like, they don't really explain magic. And now they're taking a chapter to kind of explain magic. Hera. I feel like I've seen that name somewhere. I want to Google search it real quick on my phone. A major female character and storyteller in a narrative. Yes, I do know this. Do you know why I know this? Do you know why I recognized this name? I'll show you, okay? Okay. If we were to click right here. Oh, boom. This is why I know this. I learned about history from Fate Go. Okay? That's why I knew this name. Just learn everything from Fate. Want to learn history? Just play Fate Go and then read all the character descriptions. And then you'll know everything about the characters. And then you'll recognize them later when they make references. Well, at least we have a fight coming up, and they kind of explained how magic works. I think this is actually a good chapter. Alright, Elusive Samurai time. Yes, of course. That's what he's doing. He's sucking out part of their brain. Yes, yes, of course. Gonna be honest, I don't care about this guy's backstory. And I don't care about anabolic steroids, crazy drug infused man fight, to be honest. I don't care about any of this. I really wish that it was just over. I know I'm gonna have to shorten some of those, but for now I'm gonna leave them as is. You know what? Actually, I want to see how many comments there are on this. There's probably like maybe 4. Wow, there's actually like 8. And there was a Formula 1 reference, of course. Alright, Yozakura Family. Really liked the last chapter. Let's see how this one goes. I don't think this was if this is the end of this fight, the big brother just comes in and beats him in a single chapter. That's going to be super anticlimactic, so I don't really think it's over yet. But we'll have to see. This was also like super short. And yeah, he like tries to brainwash him, and obviously he's going to fight out of it because he's the last one left. So, I don't know. I think this was good. It's like close to being great, but it's also like I'm thinking, how does he beat him in one chapter like that? It's kind of unfortunate. But it's also, I think this is the first time we see his blooming, so that's kind of cool too. Yeah, like he finally opens his eyes. I'll probably give it a great, but it's also kind of like anticlimactic if that's the end, but it's kind of like he uses blooming, so it's a trade-off. Alright, what do we have left? We have Hunter x Hunter. So that's 4. High School Family. That's 5. So that's 9. 12. We have a ton of stuff to fill in. So I'm going to have to shorten some things here. There we go. Problem solved. Alright, Hunter time, boys. It's what I waited for. Edge, bro. Knew it was coming, but they kidnapped that girl and murdered her and just left her in the woods. And they put her in a bag with a note on it too. That's even worse. So she sees Aura, so she knows about Nin already, and that's kind of how her abilities get explained, because remember, she can heal people. Because she healed Hisoka multiple times. So that's a good explanation on how and why her powers came to be. We'll make a hideout for bad guys. I'm gonna live the rest of my life as a villain. One the whole world will fear. Together we're the spiders. This is a great chapter. And the tree people are talking about is, I'll show you real quick. I think it's this right here. I can't remember what his Twitter is, so I'm gonna have to look it up real quick and then I'll be able to. Which one is his? I mean, I know which one is his, but why are there two? Do 397, picture of a tree. 397, picture of a tree. Right here it is. So, as you can see, he drew the tree, and that's what people are talking about. Because here's the top part of this. As you can see, the box. And here's the corner of the tree. So he's showing like little foreshadowing bits and pieces. And that's what people are talking about. Anyway, great chapter. I think that's the first grade I've given Hunter x Hunter thus far, so it's good. Yeah. All right, time for High School Family. You know what? For a second, as I was reading that, I kind of thought that said based. Deludes them into believing they have greater power. I thought it said that's incredibly based for a second. Nice, they won 5-0 based. This is an alright chapter. We're setting up for a Shogi arc. I'm cool with that. And they do a little bit of backstory here on one of the side characters to give it some, like, added emotion. If anything, this was good. It's kind of hard to follow Hunter x Hunter, you know, after that great of a chapter. So maybe I'm a little bit down on this, but it's probably actually a good chapter. It's just, you know, in comparison, after you read something really great that you've probably been waiting for like a real long time, and then you get this, it doesn't feel as great, but I think it's still good. Is this how you spell Shogi? Yeah. Is what it'll not a word? Alright, gotta wait here a second. Alright, Apocalypse is back. He was tired of waiting. I like how she's just like, he's like, this is my power, are you gripped with fear? And she's like, yeah, sure, that's a thing and all, but like, does ghost being added really like inconvenience us? I'm gonna spin 20 more times. She's playing gotcha. Location of Undead, she's baiting him. Or he's baiting her, I mean. Capture of Unavoidable. And they get the location of the artifact Remember. So, there they go. They got what they wanted. I think this is cool that she outsmarted Apocalypse, and I think that her new attitude is not out of the blue. So, this feels like a good chapter. I know I didn't spell that right. Don't flame me. We're gonna be just short, so I'm gonna have to change this to Sakamoto, I think. Might even have to shorten some other stuff. It sucks that all the new series have like really long names. Ichigoki Under Control, Ichinose Family Deadly Sins, Cipher Academy. Fabricant 100 is not too bad, but like most of them all have long names, so that hurts the thread. Alright, time for Tokyo Demon Bride. I know that this is doomed, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe they shouldn't have drawn something so bad. Is this a Bleach reference? What the fuck is this? BRB? I'll probably be done by the time you get back if you're gone long. But okie dokie. Hey, what's up? Alright, well that was a chapter of this. I thought that this would be like an actual villain, and then turns out it's just a goofball that we deal with in a single chapter. As usual. I should have never expected anything. Expecting anything from this is a bad idea. But they have like a nice dialogue about how love works, and it kind of relates to the main characters, so you know, it isn't terrible, but it's still pretty meh. What am I supposed to shorten? Yeah. Hmm. That's probably the best I can do right there. Alright, lastly, P6, and then we're done. Also, it being near here at the bottom, the last couple weeks, I mean, you know, because the ratings are what? They're like 8 weeks advance, right? Or something like that, I think. Is it 8 or is it 6? It's a couple weeks in advance regardless, so I'm not surprised because even though the mom thing was good, right? Great, even. The whole arc was kind of lackluster, so I'm not surprised. Picasso. I don't know how to feel about this. It's like, hey, do you remember the mom thing? Let's just skip over that. I think he's just gonna. I mean, maybe he stopped doing them because not enough people voted. I don't really know. It also feels like the problem with the Shonen Jump community in general is that um, people tend to be mega fanboys about things, and so you they won't read Black Clover, right? Let's say that there's a mega My Hero fan, okay, and they only read My Hero, and they don't read Black Clover. Then they click on the link, and then they put Black Clover is really bad, and then they put My Hero is really great every week. Doesn't matter. It's hard to get an accurate judgment on things when some of your members who vote specifically are trying to undermine the process that he's trying to pull off. And that's not, I mean, you could switch the scenarios. It could be a One Piece fan voting down My Hero. It could be a Black Clover fan voting down One Piece. It doesn't matter how you spin it or turn it. There's always going to be people that do that. Like, for some of the things, he's getting accurate answers. But for some of the, it's like some of the things, like Akane, he's getting accurate answers. For Sakamoto, I feel like he's getting somewhat accurate answers. But, I mean, if there's only going to be 300 people that vote, it's probably not worth his time. I don't know. This chapter means nothing to me. I don't know how to feel about P6 because it's like we have an emotional moment with the mom, and then just next chapter we just not gonna fucking talk about it, and we're just gonna talk about more about Fanta. They do some hinting at like what it means to be a genius, and they kind of like hint about Lucky with the Picasso conductor, but other than that, I mean, I don't care about this chick wanting to become a conductor. I know that there's a lot of important stuff that have happened in this arc in its entirety, and she had some doubts about a lot of things, but it's just like, whatever, dude. Did I like the new series? I think it's okay. Like, it could be interesting in the long run, but I just think that it's alright for now. Yeah, I forgot to pick a P6. My problem with it was that the kid sees his whole family get murdered in front of him. And there's no trauma related to that. He just kind of goes, hey, I'm 14. If you guys could like murder the rest of these dolls in exchange, I'll give you my body. Smile. Just make a split-second, life-changing, altering decision. And it has no bearing on anything. Like, I get you're not supposed to explore all of that trauma in the first chapter, but you could at least like hint at it that he's like disturbed about some things, and instead they don't do any of that. I know everything's on here. 1241. Do. I don't want to click off of that. What was the surprise? I don't know, maybe Yozakura Family. For like multiple things. Because the brother kind of had a big surprise, but then there's also like, I thought it was a surprise how the fight just kind of ended. Felt like, I mean, it's not, I don't think it's over, but it seems like it is, so it's in a weird situation. I stopped listing like best and worst because I think that like that's kind of like unfair. I mean, I still have them like listed here, but I think that like, you know, I'd rather hear everybody else's opinion on what's best, worst, stuff like that. So I think the plan is for the rest of the day. No, Matesh isn't probably here, but I know England plays, and he's probably going to be watching that. I'm probably going to watch football, American football, and then I'll probably be able to watch anime with Matesh if he's here. If he's not, then I'll tell him in Discord. Next week, still the same time, 10 o'clock. I should be there on time. If I'm not, then I'll let people know on Twitter if I'm late. If you're in the Discord, you can sign up for the announcements, and then boom, you'll see it when I go live. Getting a phone call. Anyway, lads, I'll see you next week.